Howdy folks, welcome back to the garage for the mini bike build. I think this is day 6 or episode 6 of this series. And today I'm gonna be taking off the stock 98cc power plant and replacing it with this. This right here is a Predator Ghost. Now, if you are familiar with these sorts of engines, I did not intend to get a Predator Ghost. I had originally intended to go out and get a Predator 212 and do some mods to it. Was mentioning this to one of my coworkers who said that he had a Predator Ghost new in the box in his garage. And I just said, well, I'll give you 250 bucks for it. And he went, sold. I didn't think he was gonna take that. But so I got a Ghost for 250. So it was new in the box. I was the first person to open it. And I was nervous, of course, because if it didn't start, I was like, am I even gonna be able to take this thing back? But anyway, I had to put a fuel tank on it because the Ghost does not come with a fuel tank. I had to add an air filter because it does not come with an air filter, and I had to add an exhaust system as well. But it was pretty straightforward, pretty easy to put together. Of course, I had to fill it up, so it's got brake-in oil right now, and I put a little bit of gas in it so I could test fire it. I did test fire it. The exhaust system that's on the 98cc will fit it, but I don't like the fact that I can't put a muffler on it, so I wanted something I could put a muffler on. I noticed when I got it, it was not well port matched at all. The Ghost and the Predator series, the Hondas, a lot of those have that sort of D-shaped exhaust port. And so I did my best to kind of roughly port match it with the tools that I had. So it's not perfect, but it's probably better than it was. But anyway, I did put it all together and test fire it, and it did start right up on the second pull. So I've got a running engine, and today we're gonna swap it out. Let's get busy. Okay, at this point I got the new engine on, got the throttle cable hooked up, kill switches hooked up, nothing's zip tied yet, these are all still loosey-goosey, but I want to just try starting it and make sure that I have a good throttle range. So, okay. All right, folks, the engine swap is complete. Almost time to take this baby for a spin. Real quick, I wanted to show you what exactly was involved in that, so if you're thinking about doing the same thing. So first and foremost, the Ghost does not include a fuel tank, so you have to come up with your own. Now you notice I put a couple spacers in there, a couple stacked washers, because the Ghost has this extra tall thing here, this fuel fill, and you can't shorten this. You can shorten the cap, but you can't shorten this. So you can see there's not a lot of extra room there. So I had to space this up just a little so it didn't hit that. Other than that, everything went pretty much together. Kill switch hooked right up, no problem. Ground just bolted to right there. Chain guard went in. It's a pain in the butt to get to those bolts that are behind there, but it went in fine. This is a Hillard clutch. I needed a different clutch because this has a 3/4 inch 3/4 inch output shaft where the 98cc had a 5/8. Other than that, it looked good. Like I said, different exhaust pipe here. You can see it does clear the frame. There we go. I do need to come up with some sort of a bracket for it. So I have a bracket over here, and I need to probably rig something up here. I don't know, that might be coming to give it a little additional support, but I like that I have a muffler now. Other than that, everything pretty much went together. Now, one gotcha on the throttle here. The throttle cable on these slide carbs is different than the traditional throttle cable. So you either need to get a new throttle cable or you need to modify your existing throttle cable because it needs a little hook or a little barrel on the end of it. I guess let me get some gear on. Let's take this baby for a run.
Okay, so rather than doing a reaction clip, I'm just gonna do a voiceover with some of the riding footage here. And the first thing you notice after the engine upgrade, this thing has so much more throttle response. I mean, it feels like a motorcycle now. You twist the throttle and it is gone. So much more responsive off-road. You don't get the bogging like you did with the 98. Sometimes going uphill with the 98cc, it would really bog. That's gone. The power is definitely there. The stock engine had just over 3 foot-pounds of torque, and this one has between 11 and 12, so a huge increase in torque, and man, can you feel it. But now I'm hitting a new barrier of these V-tread tires do spin rather easily off-road, and the front one doesn't feel super stable if you try to take a corner at speed. So if I was going to get serious about doing off-roading on this thing, I would probably want to upgrade to like some knobby tires or something that does a little better with the power. Now, when you get it on the street, the traction is there. It definitely grips. This engine is rev limited, so when you hit 6,200 RPM, that's it. It does not go any faster. And that's common with kart racing engines because they do have RPM classes in the various kart categories. So it will not go any faster than 38 miles an hour. I did a top speed run with it. It doesn't matter. It gets there much, much faster than the 98cc did, but that's it. It won't go any faster than 38. I think 34 or 35 was the max I got with the 98. It could easily do more, but you'd have to get rid of the rev limited coil. That is a fairly easy swap, but when you do that, you typically also want to upgrade the flywheel, so those may be future mods. Additionally, I'm not super crazy with the way that the air filter sticks off to the side, so I may put a lower profile air filter, or they do also have curved intake manifolds for it that kind of hold the carburetor more in closer to the frame, so that's possible upgrades for the future. And I already talked about the exhaust support, so I do possibly still have some work to do. But overall, I am very, very impressed with this engine. It is very responsive and it makes the bike just so much more fun to ride.